Hey everybody, my name is Burger and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode we have begun with the class trial, where we are now trying to find the actual murderer of Mukuro. God, I almost forgot his name again. The thing is, everyone is saying that Mukuro has been killed and we're trying to find the killer. I am 100% convinced Mukuro is not dead. But I guess we'll figure that out later in this trial.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh! No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Interesting. Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little
Awful,
burnt
isn't
skin.
It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not cool.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Why are you still helping us? Kind of.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. In the pool. Or the kitchen. Yeah, in the fridge, of course.
I got it!
Just
Mukuro's
besides
body
the
was probably
sodas.
kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
It's the tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Good job, Hina. You can read.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
It is.
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Yes, the amount of bodies in the freezers.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such
Ah,
a
here comes the
child.
timing.
Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
Excuse me, what?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the tour of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Yeah, here's the rhythm.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Alright, time to concentrate a
What
bit.
do you want?
Oh boy, oh boy.
Are you sure
There we
about
go.
this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, we did it.
I'm not listening!
Yeah. Wait. Wait, what?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
The lights.
This should prove it.
We never had to do that. That's a bit unfair.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
The game never explained that. That's a bit unfair, honestly.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
It should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Saka was sixth. Then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
I don't think that makes sense. Only 9 murders took place. God damn it. Alright, they're kind of slow on the uptake here. Oh, I'm sorry. The same person was killed twice.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
It's not a murder. You can't kill someone twice.
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
That's not how murder works, god damn it.
Murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
What do you mean that she has been killed twice? No, what?
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
What?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Nope.
Junko Enoshima?
Yes.
Shoot! Who is this someone else that was it? Sayaka Junko Enoshima?
Let me get this.
Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando? Hirotaka Ishifumi Yama Celestia Lu? Or maybe Sakura? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, it's wrong. Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her?
Nah, completely
She was
forgot.
impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
Yeah, so Mukuro wasn't killed twice. It was Junko who was used as... Why did you say Mukuro was
So
killed
let me
twice? That's
see
stupid.
if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
I actually did say that during like the original investigation of the murder. That the fingernails remind me of Junko.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
Yeah, like I just said, but that was like stupid.
Also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive. The one that's still alive is Mukuro, but can we really believe that? Yes? But why not? Because of the... Wait, but did Junko have a tattoo in the first place?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then there could have been a body we found in the garden. Yeah. Yeah. What's the point you're trying to make? What?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is
What?
Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Alright, I need to look at this at a new perspective, I believe. For that to be true, then that couldn't have been the body we found in the garden. Yes, it's Junko's body then, like we confirmed the last argument. Right? Is that really possible? We just confirmed that, you idiot! Or am I being the idiot right now?
The body
Fuck me.
found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Let's see.
Then she's still alive?
Oh,
That's
wait.
right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
But that
Do you give
profile
up?
says otherwise then. Because that one matched up, didn't it?
The body we found in the garden wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can...
Alright, so before I was rudely interrupted by a fire alarm. There was nothing wrong with that. My home luckily, but so I live in a student home and somebody burned their toast. And apparently that causes every fire alarm in the house to go off, which is new to me. God, that sucked. But anyway, the body in the garden.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that course.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Well, if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Wait. You're saying that Junko is still alive? What?
Here's my answer.
Because a tattoo could never be...
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, did she have a tattoo in the first place? That could have been added on later.
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
This is stupid.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Yeah, and we even checked her pulse, didn't we? Did we? Yes, we did.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I did check, absolutely, I can say for sure.
There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
No! We just confirmed that, you idiot.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any
Junko
kind of
died.
survivor
Her
story.
body was used as Mukuro's replacement.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Well,
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
but still, if she were alive somehow. Could it be that Junko is not the one that died? Maybe she's using some sort of trick. Hangman's Gambit. Alright, what do you want? Alright. Replica? No, that's too long. Replacement? No. Oh, replace. Just replaced?
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
This is like going the entire opposite direction of what I want. What?
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah. You're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I figure out it. Yeah. No! Oh, god damn it, that's not what I wanted to do.
Shoot!
Not what I wanted to press, but can you explain?
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
Well, with me being very confused, I'm going to end this episode. In the next... I don't even know. I thought I knew where this case was going, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.